He can't catch a break for a single moment because every girl falls for him. But everything changes when a different girl crosses his path. Our story begins with Iojum, a young man who catches the attention of many teenage girls because of his looks. He arrives at the new school and instantly becomes popular. People create fan pages for him on the internet, and he's always surrounded by several people. But despite appearing to be happy, Iojum is very lonely. Most people who approach him do so superficially because of his looks or his money, as he is also rich. In addition to that, his relationship with his family is not the best, as Iojum grew up with parents who treated him very coldly. In parallel to this, we meet Kim, a studious young woman who wants to become the principal's assistant. She is very shy, so she mentally prepares herself to go talk to the principal and ask for the job. However, as soon as she opens the door to enter the principal's office, Iojum is leaving and she falls on top of him. Kim stays clinging to his body for a long time, admiring the boy's physique, before getting up. And when she realizes what she's doing, she feels very embarrassed. She moves away from him, apologizing, but Iojum smiles and tells Kim he hopes to see her again sometime. When he leaves, Kim enters the office and asks an administrator if she can work as the principal's assistant. The woman replies that she can't because there's already a guy occupying that position, and it's Iojum, the guy who just left there. Kim feels sad. Back in the classroom, Iojum spills coffee on a student named Nansu, who is a more humble guy, not as rich as the other students at the college. Iojum tries to give money to Nansu to apologize for the mistake, but Nansu doesn't accept the money and says he can't be bought. An excursion takes place and all the students participate. Inside the bus, Iojum catches the attention of several teenage girls as always. They surround him and they all want to kiss him. Once they arrive at their destination, which is a beach luau, the students sit on the ground in a circle and start talking. Even though he seems happy and excited with all the attention he's receiving, Iojum is sad, and when Kim looks at him, she notices it. He looks back at her at the same moment and their gazes meet. Embarrassed, Kim gets up and goes to the drink table. There, Nansu approaches her and asks why they don't talk like they used to. Kim brushes it off and says she's had some unexpected events in her life. Interrupting their conversation, a guy who drank too much staggers over, and they go to help, with Iojum also appearing. Nansu gets annoyed when he sees Iojum there again. Eventually, Kim suggests that Iojum should carry the guy on his back since he's so strong. It gets awkward, and Iojum asks Kim if she's into him. Even though she tries to hide her feelings and lie that she's not, the truth is written all over her face. While Kim tries to conceal her emotions, Chen, another girl, has been more direct. Chen approached Iojum and asked if he wanted to date her. Iojum didn't accept this dating request because he wasn't interested in starting a relationship with her. Nevertheless, Chen spread the rumor around the college that he had accepted and that they were together. This false rumor reached a friend of Iojum's who likes Chen, and he goes to confront him. He says that Iojum is a traitor and took the girl he wanted. Iojum tries to explain that it's a lie, but his friend is angry and goes after him. Kim sees the commotion and approaches, asking Iojum's friend to stop hitting him. Iojum gets distracted by Kim's approach, and when he looks in her direction, he's hit. At that moment, Iojum has memories of his childhood, a time when he had to hide to escape attacks, and he believes it was his older brother who was chasing him. Since he's injured, Kim takes care of Iojum, and as she passes the cotton over his lips, she focuses her gaze on Iojum's mouth. The two look at each other for a while, romantically, until Kim asks if Iojum is really dating Chen. Iojum replies that he's not, that it's a lie, and that people invent various lies about him because he's very popular. He's very upset about these rumors being spread about him. Hearing that, Kim offers to be Iojum's friend if he quits the position of the principal's assistant. The two make the deal. The next day, Iojum takes Kim to go cliff jumping. She's scared and reluctant to accept at first, but Iojum asks her to trust him. Kim clings to Iojum and they both jump. Nansu sees all of this, and he's bothered by the closeness between Kim and Iojum. The next day, Iojum and Kim talk at the college gate, and when she says goodbye and leaves, Yejuan, Iojum's older brother, appears. Iojum doesn't have a good relationship with his brother because of his childhood memories. Yejuan treats his younger brother very coldly. He informs that he has been transferred to work there, but doesn't want Iojum to talk to him because he doesn't want people to know they are brothers. Iojum feels so bad about being treated this way by his older brother that he cries all day long and almost misses class. When he manages to compose himself, Iojum goes to school and some classes have been cancelled. While reading the class cancellation notice, Iojum meets Nansu and tells him he doesn't want to fight anymore. All he wants is to be his friend. Kim appears and tells Iojum that it's time for him to fulfill his promise. he agrees, and the two go to the principal's office. There, Yeojum gives up the position of assistant principal so Kim can be the new assistant. They leave together, and it starts raining. Yeojum opens an umbrella, and when he looks at Kim, he tells her how beautiful she looks. Again, the two look at each other romantically for a long time. Far from there, Nonsu finishes his shift at a small market and returns home. As soon as he enters the house, he finds his younger brother studying. Nonsu picks up the book and sees that his brother is studying to become a police officer, and their mother also agrees with this decision, but Nonsu is against it and says his brother should change his mind and study to become something else. Nonsu doesn't want his brother to pursue this career because their father was also a police officer and died while on duty. The next day, Kim is upset because sometimes Yeojum treats her nicely, and other times he ignores her. Yeojum does this because there are always so many people around him that he feels entitled to treat people the way he wants. In the classroom, several students call Yeojum to sit near them, but Yeojum sits next to Nonsu. Nonsu looks at Yeojum's face and moves to another desk away from him. The teacher enters the classroom and announces a group project. Kim and Nonsu join Yeojum and his friends group. They talk for a while, discussing some project details until it's time for Nonsu's shift, and he leaves. As soon as he leaves, Yeojum's friends laugh at Nonsu, calling him poor, while everyone in that college is wealthy. Yeojum defends Nonsu, saying that money doesn't define character, and he is a good person regardless of financial status. When they leave class, Yeojum is surprised when his phone rings, and it's his mother. He's surprised because it's been a while since his mother called him, and Yeojum wants to talk to her and see how things are going. However, his mother is extremely cold. She tells him to behave and fix his hair if he wants to attend a family gathering. Yeojum, Kim, and Nonsu gather to continue the project, and the atmosphere among them becomes awkward because Nonsu notices that Kim and Yeojum look at each other in a very romantic way. Nonsu distances himself and goes to the college corridors where he runs into Yeojum's friends. The guys want to pick a fight with Nonsu because they don't like him and tease him for not being rich. One of them tries to hit Nonsu but he dodges, and it's Yeojum who takes the blow. Yeojum falls to the ground and again starts having horrible memories of when he was a child and had to flee from attacks at home. Friends, I helped you here by saving you a few hours. All I ask is that you also help other people. If you want, you can repay the favor with a like as well. You've made the right choice. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing now too. Distressed Yeojum walks away, trying to clear his mind. While Kim takes care of Nonsu, cleaning a wound on his face with cotton, Yeojum wanders the streets. His brother pulls up beside him. Yejua asks Yeojum to get in the car so they can go to a family gathering. Inside the car, Yejua gives Yeojum a wig to hide his blonde hair. The brothers arrive at the family gathering, sit at the table, and their father starts humiliating Yeojum, saying how much of a disappointment he is. Yeojum responds to his father, and they get into an argument, leading to Yeojum being punished by his father. Yeojum listens to his father shouting at him, saying he didn't want him there. When the father storms off, Yeojum's mother tears off the wig and tells him he's a disappointment and that he should be more like his older brother. Devastated, Yeojum goes to drink, and when he leaves the bar, he considers ending it all. But Kim shows up and saves him. He decides against it and hugs her. Yeojum asks Kim not to hate him, or his life will lose its meaning. And she tells him she doesn't hate him, because he has a good heart. Yeojum passes out in her arms, and Kim calls Nonsu, and they take Yeojum home. The three of them walk together to Yeojum's house and manage to open the door with Yeojum's fingerprint while he remains unconscious. Inside, Nonsu and Kim lay Yeojum on the bed for him to rest. The next day, Yeojum calls Kim and thanks her for taking care of him the previous day. Kim shyly responds that it was nothing. At college, a guy named Chung-gu approaches Kim and wants to spend a lot of time with her because he finds her very beautiful and they haven't seen each other for a few years. Kim enjoys Chung-gu's company but doesn't want to date him because she's interested in Yeojum. What she doesn't know is that Yeojum is hiding and watching her spend all this time with Chung-gu. Observing them, Yeojum believes that Kim is starting to like Chung-gu. But what Yeojum doesn't know is that his older brother is also observing him from a distance, and he discovers that Kim likes Yeojum. Wanting to win over Kim, Yeojum invites her for a walk. His group of friends surrounds him, but he manages to break free. Yeojum finally tells his friends to leave him alone and realizes that they only surround him because of his money, not genuine friendship. Yeojum takes Kim to a square, and they watch the sunset together. Yeojum considers declaring his feelings for Kim, but he doesn't want to hurt Chun-goo's feelings. Yeojum ends up discovering that Chun-goo is Kim's neighbor and becomes upset, thinking that Chun-goo has a good chance with her, as they can easily talk by just going to the balcony. Kim believes she doesn't have a chance with Yeojum, so she decides to give Chun-goo a chance. Even though he can't date Kim, Yeojum still enjoys her company, so he invites her to go shopping. They visit various stores, and Kim tries on several outfits. Yeojum compliments her, saying she looks beautiful. At the checkout, he insists on paying for everything. While they enjoy ice cream in the square, Yeojum can't help but tell Kim that she's too good for Chun-goo, but she thinks he's joking. With new clothes, Kim buys a scented candle and takes it to Chun-goo's house, but instead of finding him, she encounters his ex-girlfriend. Upset, Kim runs away. Chun-goo goes upstairs and tries to explain, but she doesn't want to listen. Since Yeojum also lives in the building, Kim goes to his place. Together, Yeojum tries to comfort Kim and makes a proposal. To get back at Chun-goo, they can pretend to be a couple. Kim agrees. From then on, Yeojum and Kim pretend to be a couple to everyone. Despite it being pretend, they exchange cute messages at night, saying they miss each other and wish they could be together. Throughout the week, Nansu looks for a new job, but as he can't find anything, he blames himself and punishes himself by hitting his chest several times. At college, his brother comes to visit him, and when Yeojum notices the closeness between Nansu and his brother, he feels jealous because he's not as close to his own brother. Trying to get closer to the brothers, Yeojum pays for lunch for the three of them, and when Nansu's brother compliments Yeojum's watch, he takes it off and gives it to him as a gift. Later, at home, Nansu notices an envelope with money and asks his brother where it came from. He confesses that he sold the watch he received as a gift from Yeojum. Nansu gets angry upon discovering this, goes to Yeojum and tells him he doesn't want any gifts from him, repeating that he's not for sale. Chun-goo goes to Kim and asks to talk to her, and she agrees. Chun-goo then tells Kim that on the day she saw his ex-girlfriend coming to his house, it was all a setup. It was Yeojum who invited the woman for Kim to see and get upset. Disbelieving, Kim goes to Yeojum and asks if this is true. If he planned the whole confusion by inviting Chun-goo's ex to his apartment. Yeojum can't lie and confesses that he himself orchestrated everything. Well, that was my analysis of the show At a Distance, Spring is Green from 2021. If you liked it, comment here for part 2, so I can bring the continuation of this series. We're in this together. Hugs from Henrique. Mission accomplished over and out.